All right, Raiders, thanks for being here. He could smell you. I love you. I love you all. Buddy's in the toilet on his phone. Absolutely. What streamer isn't? You all know. We'll be right back. What streamer isn't? This game is basically suspense, stress, and suspense. The suspense turns into stress.
Oh, man. It's just a rat.
It'll eat you alive! Kill it! Kill it!
Knock it off, Hunslet. False alarm. Let's get back on mission.
Oh!
Austin had that one scouted. Boom, right in the button.
Ow! Ow! What the fuck? Where's this come from?
It's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Where the fuck is this come from?
Stone Cold with the knees to the midsection and talking trash as well.
Yeah, you can't pin me because you gotta get the fucking thing.
Finds it.
It's fine, I could beat your ass. Head empty, just. Head empty, just. It's a sound. I bet that's the sound they make.
Oh, hi. I didn't even see you. How is this car not blown up? Whatever. I'm taking it to the street.
Oh my god, the way this baby runs is insane. I need to eat more things.
Okay, well that car's just gone. Okay. Well, I'm staying alive, I suppose.
No, I've been drinking bleach this whole time.
Oh, come on.
Oh my god.
Now it blows up.
Yeah.
こんだけやりゃ上も文句は言えねえだろ。生きて帰れりゃ一人前だ。We got some arm action. What? Hold on, we got what? You let him hit it raw. Wait. Keep this arm open. I can't. Oh, if you don't go.
Tough business being it's easy to kill. Oh my god.
It's sniper versus sniper fight.
Downtown, coming for Shark Ray, doesn't quite get there in time, but he does.
Whoa! I didn't see him there.
You hear him first, folks. Craze didn't see him there.
I didn't. I thought I killed him.
Dark Mirage doing a mad dash for the point, just trying to get on there, trying to give his team something. He's hungry for it. Look at that somersault flip, turning around,
Craze
getting
is
himself
coming off
ready.
cooldown. Dark Mirage down to 58 HP. We've seen him survive situations like this quite a bit here.
Hi, Audrey.
Thanks here, darling.
That it. That's you. That's you, beast. I don't know what that is, but that looks like your energy. That's absolutely your energy. Okay, cool. So we can enable crowdfunding on all that stuff. Save gift. Fish. Bucket of fish. All right.
I'd know those clear waters.
What? Whoa. Oh. Oh, that's some damage. I don't think we've been this way. Oh, why is it green? Oh, maybe we can cook it. Level up. Okay. Just beat my meat in the middle of the hall.
That's a good call.
We're gonna go.
Oh, good try, Bart.
We're gonna go. We're gonna come back with higher items. They fucked. They don't know it yet.
Look at y'all
They don't know
friends in
yet,
it
but-
down there. What the hell? It's so good. That's so good.
You know, it's just nice.
No
See,
human is
watching
perfect,
you guys play,
but
it's really
I am
cool, and
not
I do
human.
enjoy playing with guys. But then when you have other girls in League that act
Totally.
the exact same way I do,
Yes.
it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful because we
I
just get to
agree.
be absolutely chaotic.
This is a titty appreciation stream. We appreciate the titty. Yeah.
Tedious.
Sorry. Thinking about breath.
But as though.
Ugh, what are we talking about? Oh, what the fuck? Ass and titties. My two favorite topics. I love both equally. Slap me in the back of the head. I was literally like one shot away from destroying that guy.
I
are we
don't
talking
think
about?
that's quite true.
What? What? I love. You're right. I love Pussy Mower. You're right. You're right. Welcome back. Ugh, are we ready? Made me a shake too. Hi everyone, I'm Cyberrank10. I combine exercise and gaming.
Tonight
It's
on
great.
Bottom Gear,
What?
Cyber falls to his knees and licks feet.
What?
Dark Mirage becomes a raccoon,
What?
and the Helldivers run rampant.
What? Hello? What?
WTF when I see the drop sign.
What the
Oh shit.
What?
Don't you know Bottom Gear?
No. So do I look like a bottom? No. No, I do not. Why is Mirage a raccoon? Because he comes out of he just comes out and he's like, no. Every few seconds. For no reason. Also, Vinta, didn't you asked me a question earlier, didn't you? What was the question?
We near operational completion. Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters.
You asked me something about something earlier.
Orbit synchronized.
How do you feel about private fan service games?
It's the Top Gear intros turned into memes.
Oh.
It's absolutely great.
What's up, Ukiora? How do I feel about private/fan servers for games? I think they're great if
Here? What about here? Here?
like games that no longer have official servers. Be more specific.
I know Top Gear wasn't a big thing over
Be more.
there,
You got to be more specific.
but you should watch the memes.
Top Gear wasn't a big thing over here, but oh wow, okay. Was that the show with the guy driving? The automation offensive taking a. Oh, I know this one. Okay, well, I'll go where we went before. Would you play, say, Gun Evoke? Absolutely not. No, I would not play Gun Evo again. Eagle Smoke, that one, and then
This is one of the guys.
oh, I missed it. And Quasar. Was that right? Stamina.
Well, it don't work. Great.
My reasoning is I have two reasons. One reason is because it's not like it's an abandonware of like I'll give you a great example. It's not like it was a game made from a company that like went bankrupt and they're no longer able to make their game. Like something like that. This is Bandai. Bandai got money. Bandai is like the third most profitable company of Japan. So it's not like, again, it's not like this is a game that the company went bankrupt, they lost the rights to the IP, they can't, make the game anymore. No, this is a game that obviously is from a company who can immediately. There's two companies. There's Bandai and then there's Sunsoft. I think that's the other one. So like, it's only a matter of time before they're like, we can just send a cease and desist order and shut everything the fuck down. I don't want to be a part of that. And then the second thing is, I do not like running stuff on my computer that was chopped up and put together by some other group or some people or some I'm not a fan of doing that. Because in their security exploits, there's so many exploits that can happen with all of that stuff that I don't want to jeopardize my system to any of those things. And then at the same time, it's like it's not the same game like it was before. From what I understand, I think everyone's been running that game like peer-to-peer through what do you call those things, private lobbies. Bro, my favorite part about that game was just playing against new people. I hated playing against the same people over and over again. I found it to be so incredibly boring just playing against the same people over and over again. It just it wasn't fun. So like, that's like a formula for, nah, I'm okay. Yeah, that's a whole formula for me of like, nah, that's
Bartium
alright.
asked me, what is your opinion on Cyber Rank 10's feet kink? Do you like feet? Oh, look, Bartium's trying to steer us into the weird alley of the internet. Cyber Rank 10's preferences? That's like asking me if I prefer diesel over petrol for a moon landing. Completely irrelevant. Let's stick to thrills that don't require a podiatrist, shall we?
I know that guy. Yeah, that's the guy. Isn't that this guy? That's the, that's the I've got this guy.
All the galaxy looks to you for salvation. Let nothing stand in the way of liberty.
Requesting tac pack.
Oh, is that broken? Okay, that must be broken. That's I've got this
Redeem
guy.
doesn't work.
Oh, really? Oh, that's so weird.
Requesting sentry.
He's the Top Gear guy.
Shield.
Calling down a sentry.
Okay, he's that guy. Point smoke.
Sometimes my genius. It generates gravity.
That guy. Blowing smoke. Oh, I guess not. Blowing E.
Requesting sentry.
Blowing cannon.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
So yeah, that's my whole thing on that. I don't want to touch that.
Requesting air support.
Got him. Requesting
Shit.
orbital strike.
That guy's on fire. That guy died on fire. Considerable. I wasn't sure how you felt about it, but I don't know about buddy in it. Yeah, I mean, do what you want. Do what you want. Do what you want. Yeah, do what you want. Yeah, do what you want on that one. But I'm okay with it. I feel like at the same time, like I've moved on. Shields.
Requesting air support.
Like I moved on from playing that game. I never really hung up on it. But I knew there were a lot of people that were playing that game because of like social groups and friend groups and stuff like that. I didn't share those same I didn't share those same friend groups or social groups in that sense, so I didn't feel like I had any real connection to it. Pulling ally. Yeah, yeah. So like, ooh, pulling anti-tank.
Calling down a support weapon.
And you've heard me say it, what, 1,000 times before. It's kind of like with Overwatch as well, where it's like some folks make a whole ass personality out of a video game. And I saw a lot of that happening, where it's like, once the game was dying, folks were like, I don't know who I am anymore! And it's like, oh my god, okay. That is a very unhealthy attachment to a, you know.
I knew they wouldn't give that man.
Yeah, get out there. Go. Go. Yes, show. Oh wow, there's so many. There's like a whole row of them. Pulling 5K.
Eat this!
Nice speech. Say goodbye to your legs.
I felt like that. Pulling 5K. Why, it's too far. Oh my god. Shields.
Calling down
What was what? That was a tank.
Heavy southwest.
Also, I've been, like, I'm gonna be real. I've been playing this game and enjoying it so much. Pulling E.
Calling down a
I've been playing this game and enjoying it so much. Like, I don't, yeah. That's just that, you know? Pulling anti-tank.
Liberty save me!
Pulling ally.
Reinforcing!
Pulling ally.
Reinforcing!
Mission at 10 minutes remaining.
I'm out!
Pulling ally.
my friend in Albertus and she's enjoying
Calling in
it.
reinforcement!
I got Asterisk.
Yeah, I've been playing this game a lot. I've been enjoying it a lot. It's nice to play a game that is heavily supported by the developers. We get these really cool updates, really great progression, one hell of a live service. I think the thing that has G-Evo going for it is just everyone has like this nostalgia for it, or they didn't get a chance to play it. But like, it was an okay game. It was cool. It was cool for what it was. I'll call it for what it was as well. It was just like one of the only Gundam games on PC, and there just aren't really any Gundam games on PC. So it's like, you know, it won the popularity contest because it was one of the only Gundam games on PC. Pulling 5K.
Requesting air support. What injury?
It won the popularity contest.
Yeah, it was the only contestant, pretty much. Yeah. 17 of 50. Bro, these people ain't getting in there. Bro, these people ain't getting in there. I hate this. These people ain't getting in there. These people ain't making it. Even on this, even like, we're getting our asses handed to us, but it's so funny, and I like it's just funny.
Not gonna sugarcoat it.
Yeah, yeah.
We losing.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Look how they massacred my boy, right?
Requesting advanced weaponry.
It's just you, Spammy.
Bag's empty.
It's just you, Spammy. You can call us down whenever you want.
Calling in reinforcements.
Spammy had that tunnel vision. Didn't even realize we were dead.
Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Calling down fortifications.
The alt tab. I spent 1,000 hours playing that game. Literally. I'm not even joking. When I look at my Steam profile, I spent 1,000 hours playing Gundam Evolution. Played a shit ton of Overwatch. Played a shit ton of other hero shooter games as well. Gundam Evo was a game that came out in 2022, but it was obviously it was like a 2016 game. It was like a 2016, 2017 game. Like, there was nothing about that game that was like revolutionary or groundbreaking that made you go, oh my god, like, what? It really wasn't, because there were a lot of other games. There were a lot of like Korean and Japanese games that were roughly doing about the same thing a lot earlier. They just weren't really popular. It just had Gundam. It was just the Gundam IP, and I think what makes it so interesting is the Gundam IP in general gets so thrown out and mismanaged that Gundam fans cling to anything and everything they can get because it's all they got. It's all they have. Pulling 5K. That's all they got. You know what I mean? Like, it's literally like, it's this or it's either play this or I just miss out. And I say that as someone who, like, I've always wanted to play. And I'm not trying to be wrong either. I'm trying to say it from a. I'm trying to say it. We're just gonna wait this one out. Yeah, I'm trying to say it from a point of like.
Going between Rabbit's Tail stream and this is so funny.
Of like, I'm trying to say it from a point of like understanding because I'm also a fan. And I've always been a fan of Gundam, and I've always looked for Gundam games. I've always looked for Gundam games. I was playing them since like emulators and PlayStation and all that other stuff. So when Gun Evo was coming out, I was like, oh wow, that's awesome. Like, I'm really good at hero shooters. I really enjoy hero shooters. So let me go ahead and like be excited for this, and I was, which is why I was incredibly selfish. Incredibly selfish about playing that game. I didn't care what anyone thought about it. And you all saw the way I would play that game for hours and hours and hours on end. And people would come in and be like, oh, this game's shit, or oh, it's really bad, or oh, why are you playing this? Oh, this is a dead game. I didn't care. I didn't care. I had to kill myself. I didn't care. That was all me. I fell in the wrong spot. And I didn't care when I played it because it was a guilty pleasure for me, and it's what I wanted to do. It's what I wanted to play, and it's what I wanted to do. So I didn't give a shit. Now, with all that said, I got my fill out of it. And so I'm done with it. Now, in terms of private servers, bruh, I think, hear me out. I think the mark was missed because what should have happened was a bunch of folks should have went like, wow, I really like Gun Evo. This is a really cool game. Hey, let's all group together and make our own game. That's what should have happened. Like, realistically speaking, and the adult term of that, what should have happened is folks should have went, hey, let's go make our own game. Now that the Unreal Engine is so easy to make games with that, it's so easy to make, you know, you got Unity and all these other tools and stuff like that. They should have went ahead and put all that energy into making their own thing that couldn't get taken from them, that couldn't get, because I feel like they're just setting themselves up for a bigger level of disappointment. Because pulling 5K. Because for Bandai to go ahead and send a cease and desist letter would just make them go, oh, this is why we hate Bandai, and no. But it's like, bro, you keep doing that to yourself. You keep hurting yourself on this one here. Pulling 5K.
Request approved. Deploying
Oh, shield's down. Make your own. If you make your own, then no one can take it from you. Instead, because there's no way you can go, oh, they can't touch us because we built it from the ground up. You didn't. It's still RX-78. It's still Exia. These are still IPs. This is still their IP. This is still, was it Sunrise? This is still Sunrise's IP. So like, Sunrise could just go, oh shit, we don't like what you're doing using our characters' likelihoods, likeliness, and all of our stuff, and they can immediately just send a cease and desist whenever they get around to feeling like doing that. And they know. they know that it's happening. Like, they know that a private server is, they're you know, they use the Reddits, and you have what is it? You know, you have brand managers and you have folks who are marketing managers for Bandai that are here in the United States. So they know, they use the Reddits and all that other stuff. So I think it's a matter of just like, it's just like, even if I was interested in playing again, it would suck to play it and then all of a sudden just be like, oh damn, we got a cease and desist, now we can't play it. Because the other part about it too is it's not like this is like 10 years ago where like you could make a private World of Warcraft server and then you tell your friends about it and you know, you use it on a message, you advertise it on a message forum that no one knows about. This is one of those things where it's just like, nah bruh, people are streaming it on Twitch. Like, the fuck? Like what? People are streaming it on Twitch, making YouTube videos. Like, it's not like it was 10 years ago where you could just like have a private server and the devs never know. They never know because it doesn't get back to them. That's like having a World of Warcraft private server and you're advertising it on the Blizzard forum saying, hey, we have a WoW private server. Can we get some more players in here? Like, like what? It's hubris. It's like, what the fuck? So, nah, I'm good, brah.
I don't blame you in the same way for COD Zombie. Every time I see a new Call of Duty with Zombie I be playing all the time, but now it's not the same anymore. Cause of Activision.
Yeah, when it comes to the Marvel thing, I like third-person games. So like, I love third-person games. So I'm looking forward to that just because I like third-person action games. Does it look like Overwatch to me? No, it doesn't look like Overwatch. Overwatch is a first-person shooter. The Marvel game doesn't look like a first-person shooter. It looks like a third-person action game, similar to like Battleborn or Paragon.
Everything is Overwatch.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, that's right. Everything is Overwatch. Oh yeah, that's right. Right. It reminds me of Paladin. It reminds me of Battleborn. It reminds me of Gigantic. A bunch of games those people who say it looks like Overwatch have never played.
This is Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown. Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
Their death will not be in vain, so long as we still have heroes to send to fight.
Listen, to be fair, I just pulled these guys in because I wanted to see the giant dog. I know you almost made it. I just wanted to see the giant dog. It's different for me because I stream. You guys don't stream. Did the game crash? Oh yeah, it did. It's different for me because I stream. Like, you guys don't stream. So the bots kicked us out.
They wouldn't let me stem.
The bots kicked us out. So it's like, because you guys don't stream, you don't kind of understand that, like, as a streamer, you kind of have to, like, try everything. So, like, you know, you just do. You just kind of have to try everything. You never know where your community is going to grow from. You never know what your community is going to grow from. So you have to try to play and try everything. Am I excited for it? Yeah, because, like, you guys won't want to watch me play a game that I'm not excited for. So at the same time, it's just like
Battleborn.
Right, but even games like Battleborn and stuff, like, you know, they sold their stuff. I think they sold their stuff to Take-Two Interactive. Yeah, the people calling it, oh, this looks like Overwatch. They've never even played Battleborn before, and it looks like Battleborn. Yeah, it looks like Battleborn. So, yeah, I'm past that point now.
I
Where it's
turned
like
a corner and saw 20 Devastators. Knew it was probably done for.
Yeah, I spend like, I do like 10-hour streams a day roughly and such. So like, I'm not fucking streaming Gundam Evolution. That's dumb as shit. I'm not doing that. Because the other part about it too is like, Bandai could easily send a cease and desist to Twitch, and then Twitch could say, hey, you have to stop doing that. Because this company said you have to stop doing that. That's like when companies can send a cease and desist for like certain things, like even with the DMCA and all that other stuff. Like, yeah, you can send. It's like, it's not 2015. This is like 2024. So it's like, if I did play Gun Evo, I fuck as well wouldn't stream it in the Gundam Evolution category. Like, you know, like I as fuck wouldn't stream it in there. Yeah, that's my take on that. I don't know. I try not to hold on to stuff. I really do. I try not to like, yeah. I try not to like live in the past and hold on to shit.
By Overwatch.
For me, when I got Battleborn, it was Borderline Heroes and got overshadowed by Overwatch. Well, the thing was, Battleborn was also just not a good game. Yeah, like, call it a spade. Battleborn also was just not. It had a fun gameplay loop, but it wasn't very. It didn't have the longevity of being fun and rewarding. That was the bigger issue with Battleborn. Yeah.
Battleborn. Never
That's a
tried
good
it.
cue. Right, yeah. Yeah, that was the other thing about Battleborn. It just didn't. It was fun for a while, but it didn't have fun and longevity because the balancing was incredibly one-sided. And then even the game modes were pretty unfun as well. I think, if I remember right, it was pay to play, and because it was pay to play, when people felt like there was no coming back in the fights, they would just quit, and so there was no backfill, and you didn't have a way to win if you had like 2 people leave your team, and I think it was like 3 or 4 or 5 players versus 5 or something like that. So like that's what I mean when like it was all a recipe for disaster, because like the backfill wasn't really there. It came in too late. It went free to play too late. People already had a bad experience from playing it. It had a leveling system with like cosmetics and stats and stuff like that as you leveled up.
Allied destroyer has joined
But then like the problem was like a lot of the stats and skills were greatly imbalanced. It was fun. Like I said, it was fun for a while. It was fun in the beginning, but it died down very quickly just because of the imbalancing, people quitting, and the fact that you had to pay to play the game. So you had to convince your friends to buy the game, and then you had to convince them to hang in there because it gets better the higher level you get. But then eventually certain characters were just more OP than other characters. So it just wasn't fun. Where Blizzard, again, Blizzard already, so the bigger issue was that Blizzard already had a following. Blizzard didn't go into Overwatch like, oh, who's this company? Never heard of them before. Blizzard already had a following. They had World of Warcraft. So people who've never played first-person shooter games were like, oh, this is interesting. Like, maybe I can get into this. And Blizzard's target audience were people who never played first-person shooters. That's why, like, more people play Overwatch, because Overwatch is baby's first FPS. Everything is balanced around people who aren't very good at shooting games. Obviously, it's evolved over the years, but everything's evolved into, you know, it started off as this is a game for people who don't play FPS games. And even in the very beginning, especially with Overwatch 1, that was your whole design philosophy. That's why in the beginning, it wasn't even going to be an FPS game. Well, it's going to be an FPS game, but it was going to be a...
If I can be selfish about difficulty, maybe just a 7.
Well, yeah, I was putting a set at 6.
At some point, need to get 10 supers.
Yeah. No, it was designed, in the beginning, it was designed to be like...
Cyber.
Hi, Whiskey Bay.
What's
in the beginning,
up?
it was designed to be a type of a MMO. It was called Project Titan. I was following it for years because I was always been a fan of World of Warcraft. So I was following it for years. In the beginning, it was a first-person
How's it
MMO.
going?
And then they changed it to an FPS game, but then they knew in the market it wasn't going to be Call of Duty, it wasn't going to be anything like that. They wanted to dumb it down to be a baby's FPS. You know, your first. They wanted to make it so that it was easily accessible to people who weren't very good at FPS games.
But a single triumph more,
because
and the
again,
operation is complete.
you can't really steal. It's hard to take from other FPS games because people are dedicated to one. But you have bigger player base if someone goes, oh, I've never really played an FPS game. Oh wow, Reinhardt's a lot of fun. I can just left click and shoot. I can left click and do melee stuff. That's great because that was me. Reinhardt was my entry character, and you had a lot of people who played it. Overwatch 1 as their, I don't really play FPS games, but this is fun. That was your target audience. It so happened that when Vinto, you're talking about Team Fortress was inspired because of the silhouette idea. So when it comes to the silhouettes of the Team Fortress characters, Blizzard's philosophy was, well, that works in Team Fortress where you know what Heavy looks like because he's big. You know what Spy looks like because of their silhouette. So they copied the same idea of the silhouette idea. and the design philosophy. And I'm not making this shit up. Like, I legitimately own the Overwatch collector's edition book that you get when you buy the game, and you get the collector's edition book that has all of the, you know, the design philosophies, and there's comments from the artists, and there's comments from the, so it's not like I'm like, oh, Cyber's just talking out of his ass. No. Like, this is word for word what they wrote in the books. And if you never read the books, then you don't know. But I know, because in the collector's edition, all that other shit, they tell you this is why these character silhouettes look this way. This is what we were going for. This is what we were inspired by. And again, Overwatch was baby's first FPS. It was a game that they use to get
I heard
people
Overwatch
into
might do a crossover with TF2.
It was a game that they used to get people who, because they wanted to like cross market it to the folks that were also playing World of Warcraft and playing their MOBAs and all that other stuff. So they were like, all right, well, let's make characters that the silhouettes, you can tell who they are. And let's not just make it Soldier 70. Let's not make everyone Soldier 76. Let's, you know, if you're not good at shooting or aiming, let's give you a Zarya cannon. Let's give you a Reinhardt left click melee. Let's give you a Winston character who doesn't really have to aim as much. Let's give you characters that feel like they're pulled from these kinds of games, which was awesome, and it worked. But it worked. Blizzard had the money, Blizzard had the marketing, they had the fan base, and at that time, they were a very different Blizzard than they are now. They also have BlizzCon. BlizzCon is one of their biggest marketing events that they ever have. When's the Gundam Con? Is there ever a Gundam Con? I don't think so. Riot has theirs as well, which is why Riot will have their big Riot events where they use these as giant marketing events to showcase any new events and games and stuff that's coming up, so they can get people excited about it and stuff like that. So like, it's just marketing. It's great marketing. What is it? Reduce the unit reinforcements depleted. What do we got? What are you guys using? I'll use that one. Show the book. That was like what? 10 years ago? That was 10 years ago. I'm literally like, I've had like 2 moves in those 10 years. I don't have anything I had 10 years ago. Yeah, sadly I don't have it, but you can always just Google it. You can even look up the Game Developers Conference from 7 years ago when they were talking about the design philosophies of Overwatch.
I read it up.
Yeah, definitely check those out. The design philosophies for Overwatch 1. In the Game Developer Conference panels and stuff like that. But from level design to character design, Overwatch was just a better game. Battleborn, Gigantic, all those other games didn't have the marketing, they didn't have the fan base, they only had like a fraction of the
Super Earth victory is at hand. Helldivers under the command of Joel have successfully liberated Malevelon Creek. Now divers invade the automaton world of Ubanea. As Eagle One battles the enemies in the sky, the Helldivers free civilians from the grip of vile automaton leader Botcham. Now General Cyber leads the attack on enemies' lines on an offensive to free Ubanea.
That was absolutely awesome. That was absolutely awesome. That was absolutely awesome. Hell fucking yes. That was absolutely awesome. That was absolutely awesome.
Welcome to hell!
That was absolutely amazing. That was wow. That was the best use of 50 cents I've ever seen. That was the best use of 50 bits I've ever seen on Twitch. That was absolutely amazing.
Not Kirby, my personal hero.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
Obus Wolf, look!
Sir?
Obus Wolf, look! Obus Wolf, they have flyers now.
I can't believe you said that.
Obus Wolf, they have flyers now. Obus Wolf, look.
Warning, you are in range of enemy artillery.
Obus Wolf, they have flyers. Scubby, was that you? That was the best use of 50 cents. The flyers are right there. What are you talking about? Obus Wolf, they have flyers and robo-dogs. I'm trying.
Enemy elite, south, 50 meters.
The bots aren't learning and playing.
Of enemy artillery.
Report to command for re-education.
They have giant robot dogs and flyers now. Obus Wolf. It's pulling 380. Yeah. I mean, like, I was a Blizzard fanboy for so many years. I played World of Warcraft for like 10 years. I remember standing in line for fucking Burning Crusade. Did I say Bart? I thought I said Obus Wolf. I remember standing in line for, also, check it out. So you know you just made that really fucking cool, sound bit, right? So what you can do, yeah, we have giant dogs now. What you can do is you can go back and clip that, and with the same program we just use for that sound thing, for that that alert, you can submit the audio, and then I can approve it, and then we can make that an audio alert. Because that's what the program also lets you do too. We can make custom audio alerts from clips. Pulling 5K. Oh, I took the laser. Orbital.
Missed it that time.
Calling in reinforcements.
Did you kill it? You blow it up. Pulling ally.
Reinforcing.
We also saw we saw 2 or 3 big ships in the sky that look nothing like our ships. Also, Mix Up Dude, if you're still there, I just need to know if you remember what the abbreviation was for that region for the TTS for you. I don't see it. Smoke's in the way.
Requesting advanced weaponry. Requesting air support.
That was great. Thank you for that. Is that Scubby? Did you do that? Scubby, you fucking rock. That was awesome.
Dropping a pin. West. Far.
Sending in an eagle.
You was cooking that up between matches.
Scubby, that was amazing. That was absolutely awesome. So like it or not, like, yeah. I sit in line for the Burning Crusade. I even fucking worked at GameStop just so that I could be. I worked at GameStop for a couple of times just so that I can like get secure my copies on these games and shit. What else was there? I sit in line for the Burning Crusade. I stood in line for Wrath of the Lynch King, and I even stood in line to be able to ask the senior class director questions in a Q&A. And I asked him, I was like, what's your favorite class? And he was like, oh, it's Rogue, Troll Rogue to be specific. And that was like one of the highlights of my night. Just for like being a WoW fan at that time. Played StarCraft, I own the little, I don't know where it is right now, but I own Rainer's dog tag on USB form because I think that was what we got at StarCraft 2. I think that was StarCraft 2 Collector's Edition gave you Rainer's dog tag. Yeah, I loved all the Blizzard games. Played Warcraft. Illidan's one of my favorite characters of all time. So it's like, I didn't just come in at Overwatch. I saw what they were doing and what they were cooking up the entire time over these years, and they built a huge fandom. So it wasn't hard for them to get people to just like come over and try a different game, which is why Overwatch has such big staying power. So I mean, like, love it or hate it, all the stuff that was going on behind the scenes of Overwatch and Blizzard was like, okay, that's fucking disgusting. I get that part, absolutely. But when it comes to like level design, I get like fucking Blizzard Overwatch games. Blizzard games are supposed to be like the Apple of video game products, if you get what I mean. Like, Blizzard makes luxury games, so to speak, where it's like, you know, the quality that they put out is supposed to be, for everything else that they may fail at, the quality of their games is there. Which is why when you look at things like, when you even look at the comparisons of things like, Battleborn, Gigantic, can I get back in there? When you look at the quality of games like Battleborn, Gigantic, and all that other stuff, they either have to like try and find their identity, or they have to like kind of like live up to the quality of what Blizzard already made with their games, especially if they're competing in the same genre market. Because when it comes to first-person shooter games, you're pretty much just taking the same people from every game. Like, the same people that play CSGO, or the same people that play Overwatch, or the same people that play Call of Duty. It's like the same crowd that you're just like moving around constantly. But when it comes to folks who play like, you know, like beat 'em ups, those are like fighting game folks. You know, it's like they usually cross-pollinate into different games. But FPS games usually have like, that's why you see people go, oh, Gun Evo's not available, I'm gonna go play the finals, or I'm gonna go back to Overwatch. They just play the same genre of shooter games because the skills are cross-transferable. Good shit. Is this a bunker? I think so. No. This is a bunker? No, I think this was one of the towers. Gun Evo was a game that came out in 2022, but it looked like a game from like 2016, 2018. And that's probably around the time it was being developed. The level design for that game was pretty ass. Only when you compare it to other games of its genre, because everything was just a box. Everything is literally just a box. I think the only imaginable maps that we really got were Space Colony. The Colony Trading Post was like the most imaginative type of map that we got, and even with that, I have grenades. I don't have grenades. Space Colony was one of the most imaginative maps that they came up with.
Calling down objective equipment. Requesting advanced weaponry.
And fuck. Yeah, Space Colony was one of the most imaginative maps that they came up with. And oh, hello. And what else do we have? Oh, hi. Space Colony was one of those imaginative maps that they came up with. And that's kind of that was the reality of that. Like, I remember, I very distinctly remember when we were doing the Gundam Evolution Esports event, and New Gundam had just come out. It was New Gundam, and it was Space Colony. And I remember that during the event, they wanted us to really highlight Space Colony because the developers worked so much on that map. I can't recall any other event that we did with any of the newer maps that the developers really wanted us to highlight on, because Space Colony was like one of the best maps that they were able to honestly, you know, pump out, which says a lot because Space Colony was just a bunch of squares.
A new Gundam. Which
New
one?
Gundam. Oh, New Gundam, right?
Requesting sentry.
Pulling anti-tank.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Pulling cannon.
Calling down a support weapon.
That's ours. Pulling E.
Calling down a sentry.
Yeah, Space Colony was like their Magnus Opus map that they ever made. That was like so good to them. And to me, that said a lot. That meant that like, okay, well, this was the best map you got. Fucking. Have we seen Hanamura? You know, have you seen Paris? Have we seen, you know, there's a bunch of maps from Overwatch. I was like, oh god, the level design of that game is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. We didn't have a custom mode for so long because they were having issues like putting that stuff together, making it work and making it good. And even when we did finally get a custom mode, we didn't have any like quality of life changes to the custom stuff. So like, it was a lot. We did some research the week or month that game had came out, and I did a lot of research on like who the developers were, like who's work, you know, any names that we had from the developer conferences and stuff. We were looking up like, okay, well, what game experience do these guys have? A lot of them had arcade game experience. A lot of them had single player game experience. None of them had that resume of like, oh, I've been working on, you know, hero shooter games or interactive live service games for years. You know, we're looking forward to making this game. So it showed me like, oh wow, okay, everyone that's working on this game is very new to working on a genre like this. So I knew what I was getting into when I started playing that game. And I just wanted to play it because, like I said earlier, there aren't very many Gundam games on PC, and I'm pretty much a PC gamer. I have a PlayStation. I don't own an Xbox anymore, and so getting Gundam games is just a challenge, especially on PC. Did I have fun? Absolutely. Did I? It's the only game in my Steam library that I legitimately have 1,000 hours of playtime on. I got to do commentary for it. I got to work with Bandai directly during their esports event. I got to make awesome contacts in the Gundam community.
I would think Gundam games would be better on PC.
I got to make amazing contacts actually with folks in the Gundam community that I still am in contact with. I get invited to Gundam events. I'm wearing a fucking Gundam necklace. I'm wearing an RX-78 necklace around my neck, given to me from a Gundam Huff collaboration. So like, like, what did I get out of Gundam Evolution? Contacts, being able to do esports, being able to host events for the community, being able to give the community something constructive to do. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I am good. For a hot minute, I got to be the face of Gundam Evolution from North America, being the only streamer who streamed it constantly when you had a bunch of other Japanese streamers streaming that game. Point 380. So like, I'm good. MC, I need to know what region of the world that voice was from. Like the abbreviation of the region of that world. The abbreviation for that voice. Yeah, I'm good. But for the game itself, the game of Gundam Evolution itself, it was okay. It was alright. it was alright. It was okay. It could be better. It could have been a lot better.
Is this the Microsoft Voices again?
I think so. Right.
Gunny
idea. I missed the idea of it, but not the truth.
Not the truth. The weakness.
That sums it up perfect.
Requesting sentry.
These rocket guys are gonna fuck me up if I don't mess with them. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna work on this. Deploying 380. Deploying 380.
South. Never mind.
Yeah, like. Yeah. Orbital.
Orbital inbound.
Stand clear.
Huh?
Engaging orbital laser.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Pulling E.
Requesting sentry.
Nice.
Calling down a support weapon. Enemy patrol. North.
That was the.
Drop ship.
MC, I think you missed it. I don't think you were here for all of the shenanigans Bart and Salila got us into. Also, yeah, the thing about Gundam in general as an IP, Gundam is like Godzilla. Gundam is Japan's bread and butter. It is absolutely cherished in their country, but it has yet to find a level of success in our country. Godzilla has. Gundam is still working on it. But as you can imagine, Godzilla is like, what, 70 years old? I think it's either 70 or 40 years old. Yeah, Gundam is like either, no, not Gundam, Godzilla is like, I think it was like, I saw something somewhere where there was like, yeah, Godzilla's old. And so the thing about Godzilla is just like, Godzilla is a national treasure in Japan, but that's because it has a cultural significance to them. You gotta remember, Gundam is Japan's answer to the fact that they can't raise an army. So a lot of what the philosophy that is in the show of Gundam is the idea that it's their ability to indulge in the idea of war in the way that they can't, because in the past they used to, and they were very imperialistic about it all.
I'm
and
sure Gundam versus Godzilla will help.
They were, and we all know how history went, where they were told, hey, you guys can't raise an army anymore. You guys are a little too into this. And you just can't. You can't. You're too good at this. You can't do that. Especially since, as we all know, Japan's been in that mind state long before America was even America. So, like, how Godzilla is Japan's way of coping with Hiroshima, Gundam is Japan's way of coping with the fact that they can't raise an army and all that other stuff. Like, that's just their outlet, in that perspective. And so it's like, we don't get that. America doesn't understand that, because America, that's why Call of Duty is so popular in America, because we can raise army. We are. America is an army. America is army. That's why Call of Duty is so big and popular, because like a large majority of America is veterans. And like the veterans needs an outlet. Japan doesn't have veterans the way America has veterans. So
they still got all these blonde characters to come. What pure-blood Japanese person has blonde hair?
Right. So again, it's like that's the thing. It's like there's such a big cultural difference between Japan and America that when it comes to Gundam, that Japan looks at that and they go, wow, like that is the might of Japan. Like that's why like the Gundam IP is so big, it's so popular, it's so impactful for them, because it's a reminder of like, and Godzilla is a reminder of like, like in that perspective, like, oh, that's right. It's so moving and powerful and profound sadness. Where Gundam is like, oh, the might, and all other stuff. It's a big difference. We don't see that over here in America because we just see, oh, look at those big giant robots, but we don't understand the cultural significance of what building the giant robot is all about and that type of stuff. Which is why Gundam struggles in America.
Because robots are cool.
Right, right.
Some options for language codes. Ening,
GH,
enla.
yeah. Okay, that helps. Pulling. Can't use any of these. I don't want to use any of these, more or less. Switch. You flanking? Oh, I thought they were flanking. But edgy 14-year-olds, 17-year-olds, and weird-ass introverted 25-year-olds, they're not hearing any of that shit. They're not understanding any of that stuff. Deploying ally. They just want to say edgy war crime shit and watch Iron Blood Orphans and turn that into their personality. So I get it. I get it. That's where the Americans come in at, you know. I get it. I don't understand it, but I get it. Oh, you bitch.
Calling in extraction.
I'll do it right after this mission, MC. I got you. Pulling E.
Calling down a sentry.
Pulling anti-tank.
Requesting
Pulling
advanced
cannon.
weaponry. I'm out. Calling down a support
Orbital.
weapon. Requesting orbital.
Pulling 380.
Orbital inbound.
ETA-T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Requesting air support.
Right.
I'm out.
I should have missed. It's a bad shot.
ETA-T-minus 1 minute.
Nice. Reloading. Oh, thank you. Oof.
Reloading.
Nice job, y'all.
Thank you.
Nice job. Look at this shit. Nice work. Nice cleanup. Good stuff. Pulling anti-tank.
ETA-T-minus 20 seconds.
Firepower.
Great cleanup. A lot of the people who played Gun Evo were just tired of the games that they were currently playing. Overwatch had been out for like 5 years. Apex Legends was on a decline. Folks were playing Hyperscape, and then Hyperscape died. And then there was what other game, Slipscape or some shit like that. That game had a niche fan base. Halo Infinite was just word of mouth, not doing very well. So Gundam Evolution was like a very fresh breath of fresh air. But then the servers sucked. And the server sucks, the optimization was bad, and it doesn't matter, it could have been fucking Hello Kitty Island Adventure. It could have been Overwatch. If Overwatch had bad servers, and if Overwatch had bad servers, poor monetization, and constant crashing, that game would have tanked as well. But it had a very bad start. And a lot of people had very varied experiences, and it was one of those games that just had a really bad start. The marketing was set to market to a bunch of people who didn't really play those kind of games, or if they did play those kind of games, they heavily promoted the games that Gun Evo felt like more than appreciating or acknowledging Gun Evo. They weren't Gundam fans. And then at the same time, I can't really think of many Gundam fans that have very big followings like XQC, Maximilian Dude, and Moist Critical that stream. Damn, look at us. Look how good we look. Covered in blood, covered in oil.
A victory for democracy.
Let me fix something for MC real quick. So, like, you know, yeah, that would have helped. But again, it's hard to recommend a game. It's hard to be like, oh man, yo, you gotta get this game. You gotta play this game. It's free to play. It's real cool. Gundam I've never heard before. Yeah, download it, try it out. And then your friend's like, oh man, yo, like I keep crashing. I'm not even getting 60 FPS. Like people keep leaving my match. Like, you know, like how do you counter that? What do you do? And all those things were stuff that's outside of our control. So, I get there were a lot of people.
My performance was tanking the last mission.
I thoroughly understand, Spammy. Absolutely. You might, maybe a good restart might help. MC, I think it had you on random, yeah. But again, Gundam is that franchise that it's like, there aren't many options.
Whoa.
Yeah, there aren't many options. So it's like, what's up? Speaking of Gundam, what's up, Ayoshi-san? Yeah, there aren't very many options when it comes to Gundam. So, oh, that's weird. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, there aren't very many options when it comes to being a PC player wanting to play Gundam. So, what else can you do? So I totally understand for the folks that are still like, nah, I gotta, you know, Gun Evo, there's a way to play it again. I actually want to play it. It was a high. It was definitely a high. That game has amazing combat. For the gameplay is great. That I can speak to. The gameplay of Gundam Evolution is awesome. The gameplay is awesome. Like, if I was to give it like out of 5, with 5 being the max for certain things, the gameplay of Gun Evo is 5 out of 5, in my personal opinion. Gameplay of Gun Evo is absolute 5 out of 5. The voice interacting and stuff like that, 5 out of 5. The level design of Gundam Evolution is solid 3 out of 5. Absolutely, like, it was okay. It was meh. The skyboxes looked better than some parts of the game.
WTF is this accent?
I need you to wait as I do it.
Oh,
I don't see a GH. I see a GB. NG? Let me see. NG.
LMAO.
NG. G. LR?
Look at my biceps. My name's Cyber. Yeah.
Oh my god, who did that?
Your fellow Helldivers rage against the enemy's tyranny. Join them.
Who did that? It's Scubby.
Yeah, colon smells.
What? Your colon smells. What? Your colon smells. Excuse me? Killing me. Smalls. Who's Smalls? You mean Scubby?
I don't think you're supposed to be smelling your colon.
Yeah, right? I was like, what? Gameplay.
Ready for another mission?
Gun Evo's gameplay was 5 out of 5. Lots of fun, absolute awesome. Level design was a 3 out of 5. It's a Gundam IP. It's immediate 5 out of 5 in my book. The marketing for that game is 2 out of 5. The marketing decisions for that game is 2 out of 5. community for that game, from my perspective, was it was weird because you had a lot of you had gatekeeping, you had elitists, you had the same thing you'd find in every other community, but the community for that game was really solid. It was definitely like a 4 out of 5. Seeing, you know, the esports teams do their thing. What, Caesar? What is it, baby boy? Seeing the teams
war waits for no
come together, play each other, do their
ready,
things, and all other stuff was great. That was awesome. You'll find drama and all that other stuff anywhere you go with any community.
Going to restart and get a little exercise
good,
and
yeah.
a walk in.
I didn't even think I cycled all that
GG's
much
everyone.
today. GG's
Thanks
you
for
too.
letting me join in cyber.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Thanks for the laughs. Thanks for the lulls. The balancing for that game, 3 out of 5. And I can only say it's a 3 out of 5 because like they nerfed one of my favorite characters and they never did anything after. Characters that came out were absolutely too OP. And I understood the design philosophy they were going for, but at the same time, it was like, it was really weird because some characters would come out and be incredibly underwhelming. Other characters would come out and just be like, hey, D-Templar. Other characters would come out and be overwhelming. You had to scale it back to the point where they weren't even the same, and then other characters just got completely overshadowed.
Templar, been a while. Hope you're well, man.
So
I remember my hero being a struggle to play for a
right,
while.
yeah, for a very long time. For too long of a time. For way too long of a time with such a small roster of characters.
I'm doing all right.
So
Thanks,
again,
MC
you know,
Subdued.
it was like, it was cool. Yeah. It was also, when it came to like making people aware of the Gundam IP, 2 out of 5. There's way too many.
Rapidly
There's way too many.
Cleanse the galaxy of alien scum.
There's way too many missed opportunities, Gundam Evolution, in regards to making people aware of the IP, because you'd see these characters and you're just like, who the fuck's Char? Who the fuck's Armora? Like, there was no descriptions. You'd see the stickers and you're like, who is this character? I don't know who this is. They assumed that you already knew. Like, a lot of the stuff they put in the game, they assumed that you already knew who these people were. But we had no idea who these people were. Like, some of us had no clue. They just knew that it wasn't Overwatch, it wasn't Apex, and it wasn't any other hero shooter. And a lot of people got into
so
Gun
much
Evo.
cyber. How will we swallow it all, Kirby?
Hold on. My God. Yeah. Yeah.
Helldiver, the Super Destroyer is ready for your next mission.
Yeah. So, you know, the gameplay loop, absolutely euphoric. Amazing
I
gameplay
guess
loop.
part of it is that they made it for Japanese audiences first,
Yes, they
which
did.
tend to have a greater awareness for Gundam.
Yes, absolutely, and that's what I was saying for the
understand you.
longest. I was saying for the longest that this wasn't, for a lot of people, this was their first time playing a game where their region wasn't the target audience. The target audience for Gundam Evolution was Japan, not North America. Growing up, just about every game that I played outside of World of Warcraft was a Korean game or a Japanese game. So I knew what it was like to play a game. Any of you out there played Terra? You know, any of you out there played Lineage 2? I knew what it was like to play a game where One second, I'm just fixing something. I knew what it was like to play a game
You're here.
where
The galaxy awaits your salvation.
the patch notes would come out, and we had to wait to get the patch notes translated before we even understood what was like what
The
changed.
critically acclaimed Exiled Realm of Aboria.
Yeah. For a lot of these people, it was new to them. They didn't understand. You know, oh, like, I don't understand why this doesn't make sense, or I don't understand why the developer conferences are happening at 3 a.m. It's like, it's because it's Japan. Like, it's like, you know that meme where the guy's like, it's first time? It felt like that for the broad audience of the players. And then to be fair, companies like Blizzard spoiled people. Blizzard, if you played any Blizzard game, you got spoiled. Blizzard would release developer diaries like
Terra
every
is
other
still
month.
my favorite MMO of all time.
Yeah.
I miss it to this day.
Yeah, I did too. It was a lot of fun. But like Blizzard would release developer diaries every other week to help you understand what their thought process was, what they were going through. It was like pulling teeth to get Gun Evo developer stuff. They did like 2, and from a friend who works in Japan, she even told me, she was like, listen, like, they don't really do that over there. Like, they lock themselves down, they get real quiet, and then they release stuff. They lock themselves down, they get real quiet, radio silence, and then they release stuff. That's how they do it. So the fact that over here with Riot and Blizzard and all of these other North American companies that were like, oh, hey, just giving you a heads up, this is how this works.
All the Bleach games, there are barely any of them, and the only one we have, it's a gacha game, and it's good and all, but it's a gacha game, though I kinda don't like it.
Like, look at My Hero Academia. That's another one. Look at My Hero. Hold on, I'm trying to find.
Square has been better about
You're
it,
here.
but they're a very
The
little
galaxy
companion.
awaits your salvation.
Did you just change your voice again? Hold on a second. Yeah, Square is probably the only one that has like a really good, like, look at Nintendo. Nintendo does the same thing. They're very silent. They released a direct. It's very formal. And a lot of their stuff is so incredibly formal that it's like your formalities are kind of making it hard for us to keep an attention span. You know what I mean? Where Riot would be like, hey, it's been a few weeks. Here's another update. Here's another update. Here's another update. And I'll say it over and over and over again. There was a dark time for even Riot when they didn't really understand how to keep their community's interest. And they had to do that by partnering with the artists, content creators in their community. Riot would have died if they didn't do these things at a critical point for about a couple of years. And Smite did it too. Where they were like, bruh, we don't have any updates coming out. We're still trying to figure stuff out in the back end. We don't know the direction of our game right now. How can we keep our audience engaged? And they started engaging. That's how people like Lily Pichu and a whole bunch of other names got popular, because they used to play League of Legends years ago, but they got big from doing voice acting.
Voice of the community.
Yes, they got big by doing voice work, artwork, comics, shorts, and all those other things for the games. And that's how the games were able to thrive, because Riot could go, you know what? We don't have any updates for a while. We're still working stuff out. We're still trying to figure things out. We need to like make a community weekly or monthly show to keep people interested, because it's not so much just about the people playing our game. It's about the content creators making content for our. If we don't have content for our game, then we have to tap into the people making content for our game. You got people like Dwime, who's always been doing an amazing job with Gundam stuff, but you got to remember, Gundam and Bandai and Sunrise, they're very close to the chest with their IP. So they may not really indulge in that the way NA does, where like Riot,
let us rally to her defense.
At the time, Riot League of Legends was a unique and new IP that it was not like Gundam. It wasn't a 20-year-old, 30-year, 40, 50-year-old IP. Same thing with Overwatch, wasn't 30, 40, 50, 60-year-old IP. And the same thing with Apex. All of these games that everyone came from were brand new IPs. Gundam has anime, as anime, books, action figures, all of these things. And yeah, they may have community stuff where it's like, oh, we want to highlight the community. To a point, they're still like, we don't want you doing anything with our IP because that's our intellectual property. And if we don't like the way you're representing our stuff, we can put out a cease and desist. Whereas Blizzard and all those other games and all those other companies, they would die if they did that stuff. Maybe that plays a role in it. Maybe they couldn't be like, hey, we want to shine a light on Dwime, who's been, ripping our assets and making short, cool, funny videos with them. We don't approve that you should do that stuff, but we think it's funny and fun. I don't know.
You're here.
But they could have done things like, It could have been like, hey, this week we want to showcase some Gunpla. This week we want to showcase. They could have done things within the IP that wasn't sketchy of like, hey, this week, show us your art. We got Verdi, who's been making art for how long? Hey, show us your latest Gunpla builds. Show us a cool setting of two characters. Pale Rider and Dom are in the game. Show us a really cool action shot of both Gunpla. Show us your clip of the week. Those kind of things. They didn't tap into that stuff. So when I say like the community engagement aspect was a solid 1 out of 5. Like the community engagement for Gundam Evolution was honestly, it was the bare minimum. Because a lot of stuff had to get approved through Japan before it could be done in North America.
A Trinetillery friend.
Helldiver, the Super Destroyer is ready for your next mission.
AMET? AMET.
Group Hoog.
What's Gundam Evo that sounds so familiar? At Cyberrank 10. At Oquiora 21 for 70 for Hi Friendo.
Why can't I find this? ET? AMET?
I just got medical compression, so I'm happy I can go back to the gym now at Cyberrank 10.
Happy for you.
Your fellow Helldivers rage against the enemy's tyranny. Join them.
Okay, I found it. Itch. Read. Sign.
You mean they broke your ribs?
Okay. What's up, Blessed? Sorry for the week, guys.
Look, Dave, I can see you're really upset about this. I honestly think you ought to sit down calmly, take a stress pill, and think things over.
Who's Dave?
Just watched 2001.
What? Space Odyssey, you mean?
A Space Odyssey.
What the fuck? Why did it do that?
2001 Space Odyssey.
Oh, the movie? Oh, we have a voice thing too. I added a
Liberty's enemies
cool new stream interactive thing. We have an actual voice thing for Dave's voice. I'm fixing something on the side here. Users, I think I have to do it this way. Let me just
Hal.
Clear past voices. Yeah, I think we have Hal's actual voice.
Fuck.
MC. Oh, I found it. Oh, okay, I think I found it. Delete. pitch. 2. Delete. Yeah. No, I meant Hal. Yeah. You know, Hal is the big red light. Hal is the red light robot.
Your fellow Helldivers.
Your fellow Helldivers. That's all I hear. You talk so much. I understand, sir. I played more Gundam Evolution. I played an unhealthy amount of Gundam Evolution. I'm okay. I am okay. Absolutely alright. The only reason why I really enjoyed playing that game was because I had to play against new people. When the player base shrunk so much, I gotta wrap up my workday. That was fun. See, now it didn't work. No, I need you to stay here so that you can keep using this stuff so I can make sure it's working. Add. Heroes not in use.
You can spank me tomorrow,
What?
baby.
No. God. Can I copy? Oh wait. Can I go here? Oh, it's here.
Your fellow
already.
Helldivers rage
Pitch
against
rate.
the enemy's tyranny.
Add.
Join
Okay.
them.
He's. Oh, I have no explanation for him. It's a good thing Mixubdude wasn't here when Bart and Celila were testing out all of the alerts, because there were a couple of ones that, you know, yeah. I was like, oh my god, please don't show that to him. Is that R for Ava?
At Oquiora 21 for 704.
I hope it doesn't hurt.
Look at my biceps. My name's Cyber. Yeah.
There you go.
That sounds right, actually.
Yeah.
LMAO. Look at my biceps. My name's Cyber. Yeah.
You ranking today? Ooh, look at my biceps. My name is Cyber. Yeah.
Told you, LOL.
The galactic war waits for no one. Are you ready, Helldiver?
Ooh, look at my biceps. My name is Cyber. Yeah. Okay, that was great because that gave me time to charge my controller. Ooh, look at my biceps. My name is Cyber. Yeah. Cool. That gave me time to charge my controller.
Great break, innate.
It doesn't work when you have an African accent. It just doesn't. That's not how that works. 62%. Ooh, look at my biceps. My name is Cyber. Yeah. That sounded like someone
What
else.
would Super Earth Command say if they
Didn't even
knew
sound
you were
like
just
you.
hanging around the ship doing nothing?
What was Super Earth say?
Great break in it.
Say he's probably
Great
busy.
break in it.
Great break in it. Say he's probably busy. I should leave him the fuck alone.
Is that Jess saying that?
No. All British people don't sound the same. Wait, did we? It didn't.
Pissing all by yourself, handsome?
That is a lie.
Oh, this is a whole. Oh, this was the mission. Oh, right.
Freedom rings. Following the
We got a new one.
invasion on the planet
That one's
Tier 1,
fine, whatever.
the grotesque Terminids infiltrated the
That
Omno
one's
sector,
old news now.
forcing engineers
Chat,
on the
you can
planet's
now
core
make your
factories
own
and
versions of that
reinforcements
now.
of Super Earth's finest
With the
Helldivers
sliding
have
up
crewed
text and
overtime to restore
everything.
the planets in the sector to normal.
You can make your
Terminus
own
joined the fight
version
after
now.
his duties in the Orion sector, and as others heard his call for justice to get rid of the pests, two of his compatriots stick by to turn on a Termicide
Dick biter.
dispersion tower to shield the Terminids away and push them back into oblivion.
Okay. Oh my god. I feel like.
Orbit synchronized. Here?
Okay. So we have a really cool program now that allows you all to like make cool stuff. So this panel right underneath the stream.
What about here?
If you're on mobile, you can also do it on your phone. Usually around like the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You should see like a +1 or +2. So, you can do your own Star Wars clones narrator. You can do your own Star Wars clone narrator, TTS. You can do a whole bunch of other stuff, like all this stuff shows up on screen. You can do Arnold voice. You can do all of these things now with your bits. And here's all the categories from Wholesome Troll to SpongeBob. There's sound bits. That's where the Rava one lives. You can even, if there's a sound bite from the stream that you really like, you can even submit it. If you just clip it, submit it, and then it'll have you narrow down where the sound bit happened, and then you can submit it for approval, and then we can turn it into an actual sound bit. There's overlay stuff that you can use. That's where the Kirby one came from. There's a whole bunch of other stuff that you guys can have fun with, and yes, that's where that's from. So these will actually show up on the screen. Right. We're currently 1 out of 3 subs for our daily goal. So if you have it in you to throw out some gift subs, greatly appreciate it. Would love to hit making $7 for 10 hours on Twitch. Since that's pretty much the only cut I get. I get $2.50 from a $5 sub. So it would be nice to get, $7 for streaming for 10 hours by hitting my daily goal. It all adds up. But where's it at? Is the TTS one. For those that didn't know, that's pretty much how much I get every time I hit the sub goal. I hit $7. Where's it at? Oh, we even have the Halo announcer. We have the HAL announcer. What does that sound like?
This is a sample of what my voice sounds like.
Right, yeah.
I am not real.
Not real.
Are you real?
Are you real?
MC Subdued asked me, if this loquacious fellow doesn't stop yapping, I'll resurrect Diablo myself. Ah, the patience of the Haradrim has not been passed down to you, I see. But fear not, for enduring the prattle of others is a trial that even the prime evils cannot match. Stay your hand from dark rituals. The world has troubles enough without the Lord of Terror walking again.
Right. Right. So we have a lot
Let
of
that be a lesson, young sir.
What was the lesson? What was the lesson? What? What was? I don't know what the lesson was.
Can you please convince my streamer so stop looking so oiled up on camera?
What? Can you please convince my streamer? Ryan Reynolds said that? Oh, God. Thank you, Ryan.
I mean fair.
Ryan Reynolds.
This is a sample of what my voice sounds like. I am not real, are you real?
Let them come.
Super Earth victory is at hand. Helldivers under the command of Joel have successfully liberated Malevelon Creek. Now, divers invade the automaton world of Hubanea. As Eagle One battles the enemies in the sky, the Helldivers free civilians from the grip of vile automaton leader Botya. Now, General Cyber leads the attack on enemies' lines on an offensive to free Hubanea.
Deploying mortar. Oh, I turned it off. That was golden. You guys are so good. Scubby out here helping me make that custom content. I gotta turn this thing on. I'll sacrifice my life to do it. Pulling cannon. Scubby, that was absolutely. I love that. That's absolutely unbeatable. Pulling anti-tank. Pulling anti-tank.
Calling down a support weapon.
Pulling 5K.
Requesting air support. I'm out.
Let me tell you a story. There was a time when I was a young man that I found pleasure in seeking the attention of my lessers.
What?
This is a new time, and I am a new man.
What?
Perhaps one day, Cyber, you'll understand what it means to be alpha. What? Do you enjoy Phil Collins?
What? What's... You enjoyed Phil Collins.
Say hello to democracy.
Pulling 5K.
Thanks, oh shit, there goes the channel.
What's up, Double Do?
Just raided with 18 at once.
Double Do, I have... Double Do, It's pulling anti-tank. Welcome, Raiders. Today has been an absolute wild ride. Please strap in.
You will have those the stream.
Strap in. This is a stream unlike any other stream I've ever streamed before. Oddly enough, this is going to become the new norm. This is the new normal.
How about a nice cup of liver?
I hope you had a great stream. It's always great seeing you here, your folks and your community as well. I was there to help reinforce when Rava Salma Senpai, I think she raided you. So I was so happy to be a part of the raid train. I just want to say now, if some random voice pops up and starts saying something about something,
She did.
Please disregard those voices. Pulling mortar. Pulling E. Did he find it? Oh, that's Scubby. Oh, I thought MC. I thought some dude found it.
preparing
Oh
to
my
depart.
god.
Launch in 20 seconds.
Oh, Lord have mercy. What was all that? Hi everyone, I'm Sam Rington. I try to combine exercise. I'm trying. I'm on an exercise bike. I try to combine fitness and gaming. Oh no.
Reinforcing. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Pissing all by yourself, handsome?
I don't know about the other stuff.
Today you carved another foot in a long climb to liberty.
This streamer has been pretending to protect democracy for weeks now.
We're taking the
This
reinforced
is not
beacon
the
with us.
time to fall victim to the weakness of a bussy boy. Please, remain armed at all times. The world is ours for the taking, and this boiled chicken-eating fool will not stop us.
And I crashed.
Boiled chicken eating fool. What? I seasoned my chicken, thank you very much.
At _same.
It's the automatons. The automatons did it.
LMFAO brew.
Yeah, double.
You gave me far too much power for 50 cents.
Yeah. Yeah, double. Yeah. Yeah, double. It's, yeah. It's a different world now. We have a sub goal of 3 a day for unhinged social media posts, and it looks like now we have an endless amount of unhinged social media posts. Hopefully we got credit for that mission. I mean, they're never too bad to do, but we could definitely try and do them again. I need to get some water. I talk so much. MC's ready. I need to get some honey or something as well. Give me a sec, y'all. I'll be right back. Please just give me a hot minute. Grab some.
Super Earth, our home. Prosperity. Liberty. Hi there. Democracy. Our way of life. Oh, hello. But freedom doesn't come free. No! Sweet liberty!